Aquarius Rising signs, welcome in. It's Lauren the Mystic here, and we are tuning in to Pluto's ingress into your first house. These readings are specific to your rising or your ascendant sign. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to drop a link in the description below. It's just a resource that's free that you can go and get a whole sign house natal chart. Your rising sign or your ascendant sign is the sign that is on the horizon when you were born, therefore is in your first house. And that is how I do these readings. I personally use Whole Sign House Astrology, and also based on Whole Sign House Astrology, I'm able to locate where Pluto is moving, or any other transit for that matter is moving through your birth chart, and tune into the energies more specifically into that particular area of life. And so that's what we're going to do today. So welcome in if you are new. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad that you are here. I'm just building my channel here. All right, right out. We've got the Chariot in reverse, upside down. So as I was saying, welcome in if you are new. I truly do appreciate any likes, any subscribes. It helps me to tune in more specifically. If you like these readings, helps me to get a better gauge on who I'm reading for, specifically since I am just now growing my channel. One more. Aquarius Risings, please, Spirit, show us what Aquarius Rising needs to see. So Pluto has been in this long journey within your 12th house, Aquarius Risings, since 2008. And the 12th house symbolizes really so much. It's like the vast ocean that you can't really pinpoint. Don't let pride get in the way. Full moon in Leo. Okay, so you're moving from a place of ego, or you're moving from something that's had you kind of personally stuck. Let's get some clarifying cards, please, Spirit. So the 12th house, as I was starting to say, can really it governs so much. It's really hard to pin that down entirely because it's your unconsciousness. It can be a place of our undoing, but typically that's just because it's associated with what we don't know. It's also associated with spiritual realms, you know, our intuition, our divine connections and communications. Can be associated with things like taboos or the unconscious aspects of yourself that you don't often share with the world. River, movement. We're going to get into this reading in just a moment. I've got one more oracle card that I want to pull for you. Aquarius Risings, what do you need to see? What riches is Pluto bringing, please, Spirit? Tuning into Aquarius Risings, what do they need to see? Oh, thank you. Hidden secrets. Star ancestors. This is a card of hidden secrets, lost wisdom, taking a deeper look. Okay, so yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting, is that you are moving from, so I feel like this is the movement. This is a card that visually is depicting the movement from the 12th to the 1st. Look at that. It's like the ocean's chasing you, but you're gallantly just riding on into, you know, that where the sun is rising, where the light is pouring through. So as we move from the 12th to the 1st, we're moving from that space of our unconscious mind into that very personalized aspect of self. We're moving into the individuation that we each have within our own sense of self. This is going to be a period now where, now that Pluto's there, you are going to have some pretty big, I bet, personal growth transformations in regards to your sense of self and your identity, who you are as a person, how you express yourself as a person, and what is basically fueling that, if you will, is all of this watery energy, whatever is in the depths of that oceanic space that you just came from within that 12th house energy. So you're going to have been very familiar with this energy by now because Pluto's been there since 2008. So let's think back. What have you moved through? What situations and circumstances have come up that have elicited shadows, shadow work, a shadow work journey, dealing with the difficulties that can come out of the dark and surprise you in context, that really runs the gamut of your entire life. The 12th house is the culmination of all the other houses. So all the other areas of your chart culminate at this final conclusion point. 12th house is associated with Pisces, which is associated with that ocean, the depths, right? Neptune guards the ocean and is able to deep dive into the subconscious, but it's also bringing up like sometimes your fears to light, but it can also be bringing up things that maybe we lean into a little bit more as an escape mechanism. And so you're being guided by this Leo energy, the brilliance of Leo, right? The full moon shining brightly, both the power of the noetic aspect of yourself, which is the sun, your soul, and your emotional aspect, the moon. They're in opposition to one another, but it's shining, it's reflecting to you. Don't let your emotions get in the way of who you know yourself to be. Don't let an illusion, I just heard an illusion, be reflected as part of something to do with your own personal sense of identity. Okay, this is getting very specific. These messages coming into me right now. You've got the river, which symbolizes, this is such a beautiful card to me. I love this card. The river, it can symbolize gentle, calm movement, right? But it can also represent unexpected, like being taken by the currents. But this is about going with the flow. And in this particular card, this is a very peaceful river. This is gentle movement. This is allowing the waters of your life, which is your emotional aspect of self. It's allowing that to move on its own naturally without trying to fight against the current, right? Don't try to walk against the current when you're in a river. You must go with the flow. You must go with where the river wants to guide you. And you're being guided by this charity card. You're on the, or I'm sorry, I said charity. You have to forgive me. I have a bit of a head cold and I feel like my words are getting a little jumbled today. Mercury is also within shadow, right? We're about to go retrograde, so I'm sure that has something to do with it. The Chariot, not charity. The Chariot card here is about movement, moving forward. But upside down, I have the sense of you are being moved forward. There's something moving you that you can't fight against, right? You can't walk against the direction that it's taking you. And so your guidance, this is guidance card of don't allow that over-identification with the ego to get in the way of where you're being led right now. You are being led. And it's based on, I feel like almost this connection, right? You're getting in connection with two different forces here, the forces of nature and the cosmic forces. We've got star ancestors coming in, bringing hidden secrets into your awareness, into the light of your awareness. They're being illuminated, right? And it's your sense of self. So it has to do with you and your sense of self, which is very first house energy. And this is also about lost wisdom, right? Taking a deeper look. So look at the first card out in your clarifying deck. So we move straight from taking a deeper look here to divine downloads, like incredible brilliance. This is brilliance. This is the light of awareness coming through with such sharpness, such clarity that it unlocks and unfolds something profound. Look at that. Look at the depth that the staircase goes. If you could see how deep. All of these, this is a staircase, and it's like winding, winding, winding all the way down to the depths, right? And it's coming from this very grounded King of Cups energy. You are in your heart space, but in command, completely grounded, very much in your place of power. And your cup overfloweth. You've got abundance. You're celebrating this abundance. You're sharing this abundance. It's coming out, radiating from your heart, right? All this heart energy, Aquarius, it's bursting out, bursting out. So wherever you are moving, wherever you are being guided, where you're being led by the forces of the universe, right? Don't overthink it. Don't doubt yourself. Don't overthink it. Don't get in your head, babes. Because it's a stroke of effing genius, darlings. Look at this. This is abundance. This is heart resonance stepping forward. And I feel like it really has to do with this. Wherever you're being taken right now, my friend, wherever you're being taken, we've got this, and then we've got this. And so sometimes I think if we just tune into the imagery, right, we get our own intuitive hits just by looking at the imagery on the card. You're being led, darlings. And whatever you're being led to do is so brilliant, so grounded within your heart space and a space of abundance, overflowing love. That's what's on the way for you. Oof, 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 oof. I've just got goosebumps. Spirit bumps, I call them. When you get goosebumps for no other good reason, they're spirit bumps. It's usually after you've spoken the truth. That's been my awareness. When spirit is coming through to confirm to you with a physical gesture, such as a goosebumps, that, yep, you nailed it. So something about this reading I nailed for you, Aquarius Risings. Let me know what it is. How does this resonate with you? You know, tell me what's coming through. I'm really glad. What a cool amount of riches for you to receive. And moving into seriously the most important house in your chart, just about. You know, house 1 to me, people might argue house 10, right? Since it's the highlighted area, what you're giving out into the world. But this is your sense of self. This defines your path. So excited for what's on the horizon for you. Super cool. All right, Aquarius Risings, that's what I have for you. Please leave it in the comment. Please, let me know how this lands. Let me know what other content you would like to see. If you like these type of readings, tuning into the transits so you can get to know your chart better. I think it's fun. You know, it's one of my favorite ways to bring divination into our everyday and tune you in a little bit more to what can you expect to see on deck. All right, take good care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.